mean, she looks like yeah. All right, but let me check on Tahaad Pettiford, because last time we seen him, he was hooping. He was hooping hard, and apparently he was in the draft. So let's see his combine stats.
He can go
Where he at? Number 5.
And that's what has put him in the starting
defense.
For Rick Carlisle in Indiana, and part of the reason why that team has been so successful in his 2
Dime.
By the way, if you're just tuning in here and you're seeing some recognizable
to see where they can progress over the next couple of weeks before we get to the draft.
And Sean, one of the things, if you ask any,
He's playing very point guard.
there is a common
Pass first.
Coach mentioned him earlier, Elijah Martin, a winner at FAU, a winner at Florida, obviously with the national championship.
Patience.
He's got an
It's
opportunity.
too much space. You're going to drain that.
Ball in his hands and try to showcase
the NBA level today, which 6'2" and under is considered small guard. So Tahaad Pettiford definitely in that size category. You have to
Good take.
either
Great take, though.
an elite defender that changes the pace of the game defensively, or
More
you
experience with Hunter Sallis. I think Hunter Sallis has an NBA-type ball guard game.
Hey!
5, he can play either on the ball, off the ball.
I better learn how to be a role player and do it fast if I want to stick
Where's
around.
Tahaad at? In the corner.
Tell you,
Dagger.
As most will, it's easier to get to the NBA than it is to stay. Versatility. He doesn't necessarily have to guard a point guard, right? But if you consider
Good dime.
that's the only guy he can guard, and what does he do when you switch?
because as a big guy, he does have pretty quick feet.
Okay, hold on. So I'm listening to them, and they're critiquing the hell out of him because he's just 6'1", 6'2". Mind you, that's not that fucking small, okay? Like, of course, when we're talking about who he can guard on a switch, you don't really want him to guard a center, for one. Like, that's not really something that's ideal on a pick and roll situation, or even like a power forward. But he's still a threat. You feel me? There's people like CP3 that's been in the league. There's Isaiah Thomas was shorter. Kyrie is around that height. Steph Curry is around that height. We're just not getting into the point to where we got point guards that are like how tall is LaMelo? Like 6'7". We got then we have Michael Porter Jr. He was also that height, like 6'8". We got it's not too many point guards that are pushing that height, because they still got to be able to be nimble. So I'm trying to figure out what they trying to say. Like, my dog is shifty. He's cold. We seen that back in high school. He did the same thing in college. Ain't nothing different. Homie is cold, and he still dropped 23, almost a double. You feel me? In the combine, 5-on-5.
In certain situations and drills where you start,
And he has good court vision.
is there enough to tap into it to believe that with his size that he could make a difference at this next level?
He might come into this league and play at 3.
You know what? That was funny as hell. I was trying not to laugh at what the hell this person just said in chat, but homie just came up in here and said, I went to the zoo yesterday and saw a baguette in a cage. It was bred in captivity. I saw it, and I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing, and then I just kept listening to it in my head, and it got a little chuckle out of me mentally. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good dad joke.
On the end of that game, you had this magical season. You're on late.
Good step back, beautiful.
You're the Big East Player of the Year. It's a magical run for St. John's. That's a question I would think, Bobby, that you have to ask and get a real answer.
Pettiford standing by with Sean.
23 points, 8 assists. What are you most proud that you were able to show in front of all these NBA teams in that scrimmage?
That I can play with the best.
Of course.
Being a freshman, being one of the smallest guys here, you got to do things that everybody don't do.
Oh, he young.
Today I just want to show that.
You look at this. You're not running a lot of practices. You don't have
8 for 16. That's good.
The spacing. How different is it in the free flow of what we just saw than even what you see at the collegiate level at Auburn?
It's more open, and use that to my advantage, to my speed, and just being able to get downhill, find guys, and get to my shot, and having an open flow like this is helpful for me.
It is.
You, of course, representing Hudson Catholic. Of course, I know Nick is at home watching, making sure he sees this guy, McDonald's All-American, out here putting on 23 points, 8 assists, only 1 turnover. But what I noticed when you came off a screen late in the fourth quarter, going to your right, the right hand hook pass all the way to the opposite corner for three. Is that something that you've been working on through your draft process as far as what you're trying to improve to show these NBA scouts?
Definitely. You know, being told that I need to work on my right hand passing, so just try to make sure I'm working on that every single day. And you know,
is he left-handed?
And show people that I can do it.
Tahaad,
If he is, I never noticed.
I call you a city guard. All right, you know, and again, I'm not allowed to make this comparison because of Coach Alexander here, but kind of like a Kenny Anderson type. Can you explain a city guard to my good friend from Virginia?
Somebody with grit, you know, somebody that's gonna go at you every single play. You know, we want to win, so we gotta do whatever you got to do to win.
Tahaad, how about this environment here as far as the guys on the court you have never played with, or as far as putting a roster together of new players in an environment where you're basically interviewing to become a professional basketball player? Is it just basketball, or was there some kind of challenges as far as putting this together?
You know, everybody here, everybody has the same goal. Everybody wants to make it to the NBA, but you know, I just came here to play basketball, do what I do what I love to do, and just make sure that I'm here and I'm happy.
Do what he had to do, much the way he did at Auburn this past season, and a fabulous year. Tahaad Pettiford, outstanding performance today. Good luck to you in this process.
Thank you so much.
He's good PR trained too. So I don't see as to why they're critiquing him so hard, like making it seem like he's not a he's not a good player, or he's not of the caliber of player that they want him to be because he's 2-3 inches short. Man, he's a hooper. You feel me? Like, you get it done. Now my question is, did he get drafted? I wasn't paying attention to the draft or if it even happened. So let me look him up. Tahaad Pettiford. So he withdrew from the 2025 draft to go back to the Tigers. He was previously projected as a potential second-round pick, with some mock drafts placing him in the late first round. His decision to return is likely influenced by the potential to improve his draft stock with another year of college basketball where he can solidify his position as a first-round prospect.